Malacañang Press Corps. Good morning din po sa mga bisita natin from Bataan and Cagayan de Oro City. Welcome back, Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque.
Magandang umaga po, Pilipinas, and good morning to the ladies and gentlemen of the Malacañang Press Corps. Ompong, patuloy po ang pakikipag-ugnayan ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno upang tugunan ang pangangailangan ng mga apektadong residente at siguraduhin ang kaligtasan ng lahat. Mamaya po, patungo po si Presidente sa Isabela upang personal na makita ang kalagayan ng ating mga kababayan doon. Na bagaman zero casualty ang probinsya sa pagsalanta ng bagyong Ompoy ay nakaranas ng malawak na pinsala sa agrikultura at infrastruktura. Sa pinakahuling tala ng National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, alas 6 ng umaga ngayong araw, mayroong 218,492 pamilya o 893,844 na katao ang apektado ng bagyong Ompong sa 3,237 na barangays Regions 1, 2, 3, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, NCR at CAR. Sa bilang na ito, 43,603 pamilya o 162,399 katao ang nananatili sa loob ng 1,780 evacuation centers. Kami po ay nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng inyong tulong. Mahigit na 41,599,826 pesos halaga ang tulong ang napaabot na po ng OCD, DOH, DSWD, mga lokal na pamahalaan at NGO sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo. Kinalulungkot ko pa rin sabihin na tumaas po ang bilang ng mga nasawi as of 12 midnight at naghiwalay lang po kami ni Chief Albayalde ng mga 9 a.m. 63 na po ang patay, nadagdagan po ito ng 3 dahil may na-recover na 3 na namang bangkay sa Itogon, 42 ang injured, 49 ang missing. Bumaba po ang missing dahil dinagdag na nga yung missing sa mga namatay. Nakikiramay po kami muli sa mga biktima, pamilya ng mga naging biktima ng bagyong Ompong. Good news, we welcome the report of McKinsey Global Institute, the business and research arm of McKinsey, citing the country's economy as a very recent accelerator, end quote. MGI noted that the Philippines' rapid economic growth would make the country an outperformer country in the coming years. It also stated that from 2015 to 2030, the Philippines can grow at an annual rate of 5.3% per annum, which is faster than the 4.1% projected annual average growth rate of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Lastly, MGI mentioned in its report that the growth momentum of the Philippines can be sustained through investments in infrastructure. Further good news, we welcome the Asia-Pacific Sovereign Credit Overview Report released by credit rater Fitch Ratings, citing the Philippines' growth outlook as remaining to be favorable. In its report for the third quarter, Fitch noted that the Philippines economy will sustain its good performance for 2018 on the back of increases in private consumption and investment. Moreover, Fitch Ratings said the country's overall investments will increase due to the steady remittances, growing business processing outsourcing industry, and higher infrastructure spending by the government. Mabuting balita po sa mga taga-Tuguegarao. Kanina lamang, bandang alas 10 ng umaga, binuksan po muli ng DOTR at ng CAAP sa publiko ang Tuguegarao Airport na napansala noong nakaraang linggo ng bagyong Ompong. Ito ay sinigurong ligtas at maayos para sa mga pasaherong palabas at papunta ng probinsya ng Cagayan. So we expect regular flights to resume between Manila and Tuguegarao. Questions from the Malacañang Press Corps, please?
Question? Ina.
Sir, just a clarification on the President's schedule today. Yung binigay na schedule pertains to a military or a camp visit.
Joint na po yan.
Isa na po
So it's a
doon.
visit to the troops. At the same time, he will also have a situation report.
Regarding the typhoon.
Still on
events.
Ompong,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you, sir.
Joseph Morong.
Sir, last night, no, si Itogon Mayor sa Benguet, he's saying that there's a little responsibility from Benguet Corporation to restore yung areas that they abandoned, but parang 90s pa lang. But do you think that's a correct proposition? That Benguet Corporation should restore what they left? Kasi under the law, dapat, di ba? Balik sa dati.
You know, I am a lawyer and I could comment, but I would not comment on that as of yet, no? Because while I understand the basis for the mayor's claims, I would prefer that the DNR speak on this matter first. No? I can say that under the law, whoever allows their property to be used in a manner injurious to others has an obligation to pay damages. No? And of course, under our law and tort, where there is fault or negligence and there is damage to another, there must be indemnification. I would not comment on whether or not there is possible liability. However, we note that the facilities occurred in an area where the land rights are still owned by Benguet, no? And that the facility, in fact, was still owned by Benguet, albeit allegedly abandoned, no? Quote unquote. No? So I leave it at that. And right now, that is the personal view of the mayor. I would prefer to wait for further directions from the DNR and from other agencies of government as of now. Right now, ang importante pa rin po, search and rescue operations dahil napakadami pa pong unaccounted for. Tsaka na po siguro natin pag-usapan yung legal liability.
Okay, yun muna.
Questions? MPC, other issue? Joyce?
Sir, would you confirm if indeed ES Medialdea and SAP Bongo called Congressman Andaya and Speaker Arroyo regarding alleged budget insertions?
I cannot confirm because I was with the President yesterday. What I do know was they were in plenary. Si ES was in plenary as well as Finance Secretary Dominguez was in plenary together with bulk of the members of the cabinet. That was the reason why we only had Sec Orogo with us in what do you call this, in Benguet, because all the other cabinet members had to attend to the respective budget hearings in Congress.
Pero sir, anong take ng Malacañang dito sa usapin ng alleged more than 50 billion insertions na pinapa-review daw ni Speaker Arroyo?
Let me put it this way. Malacañang proposed the budget through the NEP, and therefore we take responsibility for what appears in the NEP. If it is true that there are items which were not in the NEP, then we do not know where that came from. We leave it to the House to do as it deems proper with these items. Pero ang pinaninindigan po ng palasyo, yung budget ni Presidente na sinumiti sa Kongreso sa pamamagitan ng NEP.
But do you think, sir, dapat pong i-review yung budget given these allegations?
We respect po the constitutional mandate of the of Congress, which has the power of the purse. We have actually discharged our constitutional function when we submitted the NEP or the proposed budget to Congress. Pero it's the call of Congress how it will change the NEP, subject to constitutional limitations, cannot be increased, can be reduced.
Sir, going back lang bago makalimutan dun sa issue sa Benguet and related issues. Sir, paulit-ulit kasi yung sinasabi ng Pangulo Duterte na pagtulisa at hindi pagkilala dun sa COA, its circulars. Bakit hindi na lang mag-propose or i-push ng Pangulo sa Kongreso ni i-amend yung National Procurement Act para gawin yung batas na naayon dun sa kung sa tingin niya ay tama at mas mabilis yung procurement procedures, Secretary?
Meron na pong mga gumagawa niyan, pinag-aaralan na po yan, and they will come up with an administration bill on how to further reform the government procurement process.
So we expect that this would be certified as urgent by the President, considering he himself is not amenable of the present status of the law.
Siyempre po, lahat ng gustong amenda ng Presidente ay isisubitin natin sa Kongreso.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, questions? Joseph Morong.
So yung 50B, we're saying that it's not part of the NEP.
Hindi ko po alam. Pero according to reports, ang pinag-aawayan nila are amounts which are not included in the NEP. Kasi that's the nature of insertions. No? So we take full responsibility po for everything found in the NEP, but we respect the constitutional prerogative of Congress to alter the NEP.
But given the decision of the Supreme Court on PDAF, pork barrel, do you think it qualifies as a pork barrel?
I am not aware po because I'm not really sure what the controversy in the House is right now. No? I know as much as you do based on newspaper reports. I was not even able to monitor what was ongoing because the President's activity happen at the same time that the ROCOs happen at the House. No? So, yun lang po ang masasabi ko ngayon. No? We stand by what appears in the NEP. We appeal that the proposed budget as submitted should be approved, and we leave it to the House, no, to discharge its constitutional mandate to exercise its power over the purse.
Okay. MPC, more questions? No more? Joseph.
Checklist na ng office. Alam mo na yan, sir. Sir, si Senator Trillanes claimed that may mga parang nagkikase ng bahay niya sa Antipolo.
Well, first it's drama, now it appears to be paranoia. I think it's very clear the President has left the matter to the RTC of Makati, and so has the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Sige, other issue.
Sir Peso, there's a parang report by Capital Economics, I think, na it can reach 58.
We'll see po, because the remittances are coming in for December. So we remain confident that the peso can recover, because historically, the peso becomes strongest come December because our OFWs remit more than usual in time for the holiday seasons.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Henry Uri.
Hi sir, magandang tanghali po. May binanggit ang Pangulong Duterte kahapon doon sa briefing niya sa Benguet na and if I were to try to do my thing, I will close all mining in the Philippines. Pero binanggit niya, but of course, the finance people are those one who would object first. Anong ibig sabihin ho nito? Hostage ba ang Pangulo sa mga economic managers, sa financial managers when it comes to mining issues?
Well, unang-una po, dahil nga po sa separation of powers, meron tayong pulisiya na pinatutupad, yan po ay nasa mining code. Kaya nga po, ang sabi ni Presidente, kung ipapatigil ang pagmimina, kinakailangan talagang ma-repeal o maamendahan yung mining code. So that's the first limitation po. Hindi po hostage ang Presidente kung hindi limited by the separation of powers. Pangalawa po, yung usaping mining, at ito po'y nakita ko rin kahapon dahil matapos natin mag-press briefing, ang tanong kaagad, anong magiging hanap buhay nung mawawalan ng trabaho. No? It's a delicate balance. We need to strike a delicate balance between the need to protect human lives, the environment, and the need to provide the right to livelihood dun sa mawawalan ng trabaho sa industriya. No? So, tinanggap naman po ng paghamon ng administrasyon na itong nangyari sa Itogon. Mabuti na lang po, meron tayong model. And that model was Boracay. So alam na po ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno ang gagawin. It's very similar to what happened to Boracay. Ang pagkakaiba lang po, hindi natin alam kung hanggang kailan mananatiling walang pagmimina dyan sa CAR, dahil ang sabi po ni DNR Secretary ay sa lalong mabilis sa panahon, pag-aaralan nila yung proposal para sa minahan ng bayan. So habang wala pong minahan ng bayan, wala munang small-scale mining dyan sa CAR. No? So alam po ng gobyerno ang gagawin niya, yung pagbibigay ng temporary assistance, yung pagbibigay ng alternative livelihood. Ang siguro dapat na lang siguraduhin natin is anong period ang kinakailangan ng DNR para maaktuhan yung application for minahan ng bayan.
Pero kung may ganitong statement ng Pangulo, ano yung pinakamagagawa niya para matigil na yung pananalasa nitong mga mining na ito sa ating kapaligiran, Secretary?
Ginawa na po niya ang ginawa sa CAR. Si Secretary Simato po acted as his political agent when Secretary Simato decided to suspend all small-scale mining in the CAR, not just in Itogon. So yan po ang kapangyarihan ng ehekutibo.
Lastly po, ano po ang update doon sa 23 minahan na noon ay iminungkahi ni dating Secretary Gino Lopez ng DNR na ipasara? Ano pong estado na nito, Secretary? If you have any information, please.
Hindi ko po alam kasi it's specific to the 23, no? So I do not know. I will inquire from the DNR. Pero ang sinasabi po ni Presidente, kung yan ay open pit mining, bilang na po ang araw niyan.
Pero may mga naipasara ng minahan ang gobyernong ito.
Madami na po. Well, ngayon po sa buong CAR, wala nang mining na small scale. Meron naman po large scale dyan, pero iilan lang po yung mga kumpanya, no? Yung nandun po sa Itogon, technically hindi po operating yon. So, pero yung kanyang mining claim, dun po o-operate yung mga small miners. Kaya nga po, ulitin ko, kahapon, we distinguish between the mining claim of the mining company and the minahan ng bayan. Hiwalay po yan. Okay? Ang problema nga lang, merong small scale mining na nangyayari doon sa mining claim, and the issue is authorized ba ito o hindi. Officially, the company has said hindi authorized. We don't know, no? Pero pagdating sa minahan ng bayan, hiwalay po yung area doon sa merong mining claim.
Inamin po at may information na yung asawa ng mayor ng Itogon daw po ay namimili ng ginto. Nakarating po ba ito sa Malacañang?
Wala po akong impormasyon na ganyan, pero yan po ay hanap buhay doon talaga sa Itogod. Wala namang ibang hanap buhay doon kundi pagmimina ng ginto.
Pero kung ang binibili po bang ginto nung asawa ng mayor ay galing po doon sa mga nagmimina ng illegal din po ba ito, Secretary?
Well, ang punto po is lahat po ng mga nakukuhang ginto ay pag-aari ng gobyerno. Kaya nga po may presensya po sa Cordillera ang Central Bank dahil kinakailangan naman na mapunta sa gobyerno yung ginto na yan. No? At kaya nga po nagkaroon ng mga 500 miners na binigyan ng permit to operate as small-scale miners ng DNR dahil kinakailangan naman na maingganyo natin yung mga nagmimina ron na ibalik sa gobyerno yung nasa lupa na pag-aari ng taong bayan. No? So yun po ang pagkakaalam ko.
Alright, salamat po.
Raymond Tenasa.
Sir, just to be fair and sympathize sa mga biktimang small-scale miners. Kasi yung minimina naman nila kasi, yun yung mga hinukay, sinira ng mga large-scale miners na nakabase sa Metro Manila. At nung iniwan, parang nag-second cropping sila. Sila ngayon yung parang mga paunti-unti na ito, iniwan at sinira ng mga large-scale miners. Hindi ba mas karapat dapat na habulin ng gobyerno yung mga large-scale miners na ito na hindi nagawang ayusin at i-maintain at i-preserve yung sinira at hinukay nila sa area na yun?
At this point po, I can only restate the law. Hindi po ako magko-conclude dahil mayroong mga ahensya ng gobyerno na yan ang trabaho. Meron din po tayong prinsipyo na polluters pay principle. No? Kung sino yung maninira ng kalikasan, dapat ibalik at silang dapat magbayad sa rehabilitation effort. No? So, that's the law. Yung law on torts and damages, kung meron kang kapabayaan or meron kang ginawang bagay na nag-cause ng damage, kailangan mong bayaran ng danyos, at saka yung polluters pay principle. Pero hayaan muna natin yung mga taong gobyernong gawin ng trabaho nila. Ulitin ko po, ngayon po, umaasa pa tayo makarecover ng mga survivors. Hindi po tayo nag-give up po.
Yes, pero hindi ba klarong ebidensya ng kanilang pagpabaya yung after almost a decade na iniwan nila yun at ganyan pa rin yung sitwasyon at humantong nga sa trahedyang ito?
Tignan po natin kung anong sasabihin ng appropriate agency. But ang personal opinion ko, ang sabi po ni Mayor, nandun pa rin ang security guard ng minahan, yung mining company, at sa kanila pa rin yung lugar, no? And they still own the surface soil at least, yun ang sabi ni Mayor. Pero ngayon po, focus muna na tayo sa search and retrieval and rescue efforts.
Okay, si Christine Avendano.
Sir, will the executive now immediately push for the repeal of the Mining Act, sir?
The President has insinuated already yesterday.
So,
But of course, it's, as I said, a delicate balance between the economics of mining and the police power of the state, no, to protect the lives and the environment of the state. No? So I think there was already a clear insinuation, but we will see how it goes.
okay, sir, just on the peso dollar, yung 58 ba na peso, was this among the projections of the economic team?
I'm not aware po, but whatever the projection is, we're confident that the peso will rally because this is now the season where our OFWs remit more than usual amounts to their loved ones in the Philippines.
Yung remittances is also the assessment of the economic cluster.
I think historically, yes, the confidence is there come the bear months.
So it wasn't raised yung noon yung because nga the peso is rising.
Let's just say that even the weakening of the peso was not projected, but there are factors at work, amongst which is the need for capital imports, no, because of the build.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Maricel? Sige.
Good morning, sir. Just a quick reaction lang po. Grupong Karapatan said that Sultan Hamidullah Attar of Marawi will testify against the Duterte administration before the International People's Tribunal from September 18 to 19. This is with regards to human rights violations. Your comment on this, sir?
Nothing, because that's not an official proceeding. That's a propaganda proceedings by the left.
So this is not a cause of concern on the part of
No, I don't even know who that sultan is. Because I know there is a consolidated, parang there's one sultan that they selected among themselves. I was ninong to a royal wedding recently, and I think I met all the royal families, so to speak, although the constitution prohibits really the grant of nobility. No? But, so I don't know who he is, and that's a sham proceeding because it's not an official proceeding. It's for propaganda purposes.
Okay. Sir, question from P. Aranyada Propler. If PRD remarks against COA were in light of cutting red tape, why doesn't he work with Government Procurement Policy Board under his office and COA to adjust rules for calamity situations? Why the need to threaten COA?
I think he missed the point. The context of the question was, nagbibigay ng cash advances ang gobyerno para sa tulong sa mga biktima ng sakuna. Winawarningan sila ng COA na wag ipagpatuloy ang pagbibigay ng mga cash advances na yan. So it has nothing to do with procurement.
Okay. Last question na ba tayo? Joseph, Ina.
Hi, sir. Sir, is the palace anticipating the inflation rate to rise further because of the effects of ompong on agricultural products?
We can't deny that 14 billion was a very high cost to agriculture. However, we now have policy shift. We have allowed the entry of import of food products, which we hope will bring down the cost of good. It simply means that, for instance, in corn, because ang sabi ni Secretary Piñol, talagang devastated ang corn production natin, we may have to import corn as well. No? So we're hoping that inflation will not worsen because of institutional steps already taken by the government, no, to help rein in inflation.
So you don't see the effects of ompong offsetting these government efforts which we took before the typhoon hit?
Well, hopefully not. No? The policy of, for instance, tariffication, no, will have a wide-scale effect on the price of rice, which I read in one of the press briefings carries a very heavy weight on inflation. No? We're also hoping that the importation of other food products, no? Open importation of these food products will also offset, no, whatever shortage may result or whatever lower supply may result as a result of ompong. In other words, we hope to compensate the loss because of ompong through importation.
Will the import volumes be increased maliban doon sa pagdagdag, sir, ng now sa corn, sabi mo? For
Well,
other products, yung sinabi before na i-import?
Kapag na mag-tarification tayo, wala nang quantitative restrictions yan eh.
Okay.
So free market na nga to import in exchange for payment of tariffs, which we will use to provide assistance to our farmers.
Okay. Thank you.
Last question, Joyce Malancho.
Sir, is the president not bothered by the new viral video of Asik Mocauson, the one that appears to be making fun of mute individuals?
Well, as I stated yesterday, we leave that to Secretary Martin Andanar. He is the superior of ASEC Moca. As far as the president is concerned, his tolerance for freedom of expression, as you know, is very high. But we leave the matter to Secretary Martin Andanar.
But as of now, sir, do you see any liability ni ASEC Moca? Wala bang nalabag sa Magna Carta for persons with disability?
We leave it to Secretary Martin Andanar.
Joseph.
Sir, elaboration lang dun sa Benguet, no, sa mining. You mentioned Boracay, no? Number one, indefinite, no, yung suspension for small-scale miners.
Sinabi ko po yan.
Yes.
So yun yung pagkakaiba. Pero yung immediate na dapat gawin, sanay na yung gobyerno kasi alam natin mawawalan ng trabaho yung at least 10,000. No? Halos kapareho nga yung numero dyan sa Boracay at saka sa Itogon, no? Sa Cordillera, no? Yung mga small-scale miners. No? So I think for the next 6 months, okay tayo. And we're hoping that the decision of the DNR on the Minahan ng Bayan will be more or less issued within 6 months too, no? Because our experience with Boracay is 6 months.
Yeah. Okay, so can we say that this is akin to parang rehabilitating din also?
Correct. It's akin to rehabilitating the mined out areas of the Cordilleras, and it will be an attempt to actually allow the environment to recover, no? Because this is actually a result of environmental degradation. I think everyone agrees that while the rain was too much, there's also man-made contributions to this disaster, no?
All right, so the DSWD will have to step in, yung mga training din ng mga DTI, parang yung format sa...
Sanay na po sila. Kaya kahapon, it was like clockwork, no? Because people knew already what to do. I guess we owe it to Boracay that people now, the agencies of government know exactly what to do. DSWD, DOLE, DA, DTI. So, alam na po nila, like clockwork, kung anong dapat gawin.
So sir, can we say, no, just for clarification purposes, that mined out areas will undergo a 6-month rehabilitation also?
Well, I can't commit Secretary Simatu. I don't know how long it will take him to review the application for Minahan ng Bayan. Clearly, with all small-scale mining suspended in the Cordillera, the only way it can resume is through the Minahan ng Bayan. So, and I don't know how long it will take him to authorize Minahan ng Bayan.
All right. But you mentioned 6 months, so the affected miners will get some compensation from the government.
Ang sinasabi ko lang, sanay na tayo kung anong gagawin natin dahil sa Boracay, which lasted for 6 months, no? So, we'll see if DNR can issue a decision within 6 months. Kung hindi po, I'm sure kaya pa rin ng gobyerno yan, no?
But we cannot commit na from this time on na to revoke yung mga licenses that they can expect some form of assistance from the government. Wala pang ganun ka-formal.
No, right now, we're committed to assist everyone, no? Na nawala ng trabaho. In fact, they are at play already, no?
Okay.
They are discharging their obligations, no? All they need are the names, and automatically they will be given 15 months of ano ba yun, yung cash for work, no? Ang sabi lang ng DSWD, ang gusto niya na gagawin ng mga babayaran ng cash for work, magtatanim ng gulay o kaya magtatanim ng mga puno, no, na nakaka-absorb ng tubig, no? So yun yung preference. And it was agreed upon yesterday, no, because while waiting for the President, Secretary Orogo, Secretary Piñol agreed, I will give you the cash for work, you will give us the seedlings para mag-encourage ng vegetable farming and tree planting dun sa area.
Sir, 15 months? 1.5 months.
No, days muna yan. Immediate kasi the
okay.
first is 15 days.
15 days cash per
DSWD.
work. Okay.
Tapos papasok naman, after the 15 days, yung tupad. Tupad is up to 6 months.
Oh, parang Boracay nga siya. Sir,
See?
okay.
Alam na nila, framework na yan ng Boracay. DSWD, Tupad, and then the other agencies will take over.
Clarification, sir. The President wants a repeal of the Mining Act.
He has insinuated already that it's high time for everyone to consider doing away with mining.
Okay, MPC, no more questions? Okay, thank you, Presidential Spokesperson
Thank
Harry
you.
Roque.
See you on Thursday.
Okay, back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.